Oh man, I paid Mac 10. Well. Now I say you need Mac 10, bro.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go for Cleveland.
Come on.
Let's start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give that team to and field position, but it just puts it on the name of your team as you start a game.
Hold on, dog.
Position to start the game. Now they're way behind the six.
Call's going to look like now.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Well, this defense for the Texans, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw, Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This is fielded inside the 5. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 20-yard line. A 1st down throw for Mills. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Mills on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing again, Mills on 2nd and 10. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Mills to the air again. Uses the stiff arm. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Mills to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They go play action. Mills. Dancing to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. Mills now. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
And the slot man goes in motion left. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Watson now to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
The Browns at 0-13 here on the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels. Because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
going on third down. Watson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
1st down, Mills. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. In motion left is Beckham. On 1st and 10, Mills. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 75. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And Chubb trying the middle here. Room here to run. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mills. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half with the defense trying to cover him today. But they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Fourth down, Mills. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They go with Chubb on second down. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Browns on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Watson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick six.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. That's good. The completion there.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now Watson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Christian Harris.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't...
Touchdown, Texans! Odell Beckham, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Yo, cake ass seen, boy. You seen, nigga.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It'll go in the books as a...
Hey, you cheating, boy. You cheating. I'm reporting your motherfucking ass, boy.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Watson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. For the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills. And his throw is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Greg Newsom. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. From the 31, Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Watson on 3rd down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll send Brown. Watson off play action. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
The slot man in motion right. From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Watson looks to throw again. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Final play of the half, Mills. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Mills on first down. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Mills now looks to throw on first down. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Mills now from the 50. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Mills throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Maybe in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Open man is Mechie, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. A first down throw for Mills. Repeat of the last play going to Mechie here. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw is Mills. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
And on 1st and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and dropped. And now, they're not even in the red zone anymore.
That is caught at the 7. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletic.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead.
You seen, boy.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns drive about to get started. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And some room to maneuver. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming in, he's got a man, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. To throw, Mills. Caught left side by Mechie. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Watson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Man open left side is Brown. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And now here is another interception. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On 1st and 10, Mills. This ball caught by Mechie. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 1st down, Mills.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Texans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Looking for Shepard deep. And my goodness, another interception. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action now, Mills. Going across the field, he connects with Mechie. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. They go play action. Mills. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Off of play action, it's Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Throwing again is Watson. And now here is another interception. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47.
Throwing, Mills.
He completes it to Beckham. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Play fake, Mills. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw, Watson. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Watson on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Oh, the Texans may have recovered. They did recover. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. The veteran Joe Schobert getting to him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Mills to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, and a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Fourth down, Mills. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mills again. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
They'll try and throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that, because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
A 1st down throw for Mills. That's caught by Howard. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Mills to the air again.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And the Browns are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Browns drive about to get started.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From his goal line here, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Houston, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's now 14 games without a win, with time running out to try and get one. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.